Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining me in this video. This is the late evening of Tuesday, the 29th day of July 2025. It is in the news that bandits ambush, kill soldiers and vigilantes in Plateau, cut away rifles, uniforms. Now, let me explain this better. For some of you who are not, following Nigeria security and insecurity matters, when you hear about bandits connotes terrorists. They connote, armed terrorists, sophisticated ones for that matter, that kills. They goes to military barrack, they kill army, they kill civilians, they do all sort of things. Now, let me make you to understand this topic very well. That bandits ambush, kill soldiers, and vigilantes in Plateau cut away rifles. After 47 persons were killed in Plateau State, the governor of Plateau State confirmed, when they were interviewing the commander of the army there, they confirmed that the military were colluding with them. I published that video. Now, after that, what next? The governor said he's going to do everything in his power to make sure he stop all these bandits, terrorist attack in Plateau State. So he begged some vigilante, empowered them to work with the army. Now, these people were willing to work. They are ready. They were ready. And they started working, only for them to be ambushed by the same terrorists they were mobilized to fight against. Now, the governor of Plateau State is confused now, because if it is in his power to command efforts, to command battalions of army, the police, all these terrorists will not last 24 hours in his state. Yes, all these terrorists, they will not last up to 24 hours in his state. But it is not in his power. When we tell you about the reason why Nigeria should not be the way it is, a lot of you are so blind not to understand what we are talking about. Tell me, is there any country in the world that is structured the way Nigeria is structured? It does not exist. That people are dying, the governor, who is the chief security officer of the state, don't have power to mobilize air force, military to fight against the people. This was the same thing Dogon Ruwa, the governor of Zamfara State, said. He said that, I know the terrorists, I know the bandits, I know all of them, we know where they live, but it is not in my power to mobilize military to go and fight them. You see, sometimes if I look at what is going on in this country, I laugh at people, because you people don't know the destination. You don't know where everything is going in a country where the security agents collude with terrorists and they are being sponsored by so many politicians. This is terrible. All right, so let us understand what is going on through this article. It reads that at least 2 soldiers and 2 vigilante members were reportedly killed in the early hours of Tuesday after they were ambushed by suspected bandits in the Dogon Ruwa community of Bashar District, Wase local government area of Plateau State. It was gathered that the armed assailants laid an ambush for the security team around 1 a.m. while they were trailing the gang following an earlier attack in the area. Meanwhile, in the aftermath of the attack, the bandits reportedly carted away rifles belonging to the slain soldiers. Daily Trust reports that Abdullahi Yakubu, the traditional leader of Safio, under whose jurisdiction Dogon Ruwa force, confirmed the incident to be true. He condemned the attack, stating that the victims were caught off guard. Yeah, this is what Yakubu said in quote. There was a report that the bandits were coming to attack Dogon Ruwa, and people quickly alerted the security forces, who quickly mobilized and moved to where they were said to have been sighted. While on their way to the area, unknown to security, the bandits had laid an ambush and opened fire at them, resulting in the deaths of 2 soldiers and 2 vigilantes. Another resident of the community, Ibrahim Saleh, commenting on the incident, said, after killing the security personnel, the bandits also took away the soldiers' rifles and their uniforms. Saleh added that the attack has sparked confusion and growing resentment among residents of Dogon Ruwa and neighboring communities. When Sahara reporters contacted the spokesperson for the Plateau State Police Command, Alfred Alabo, he refused to respond. Subsequent attempts to reach him by phone were also declined. This is what is actually going on in Plateau State. Plateau State have witnessed a lot of attacks in these days. A lot of killings had happened in Plateau State, including the vigilantes numbering up to 72. They were ambushed also in this year. A lot of things are going on in the Plateau State. Now, let us come back to what I was saying before. You see, when we talk about why Nigeria must be dismantled, no country survives in this way. Some people are so myopic to understand what we are saying. I want you to realize that people's father, people's brother, people like you are the ones dying every day. Every day we are counting numbers, 10, 100, 50, 2. Every blessed day, whether it's a blessed day or a cursed days, I don't know. But every day, people must die from all these, I call them illegal elements who are killing the people. This is unacceptable. It's absolutely unacceptable. So, the question I'm putting forth to you, you think that you will wake up, you just sleep and wake up, all these things will end? No, never. It will not end like this. So, in your own mind, what do you think that will end this kind of rubbish? The security operative can't. It's a proven fact. Your government officials are part of the people sponsoring them, so government cannot stop it. What do you think that could stop it? For me, I think the power lies in the hands of people. It is time for people to start rethinking. We are not rethinking. We are being carried away by hunger, by malnutrition, by death in the country, and so on and so forth. Let us focus on what are we going to do. For me, if you ask me, I will tell you that these problems are not new. This was the reason why Ojukwu and Gowon went to Aburi Town in Ghana to have Aburi Accord, because they understood this system more than you. Everything we are seeing today had happened before. Nigeria cannot move forward like this. Nigeria must be dismantled. If we continue to patch all these, failed states, if we continue to patch it, many people will join their heads to this death toll. I just want to remind you that almost everyone in Nigeria is on a death row. When I mean you're on a death row, the people who died today, they never knew that they were going to die. That is what I mean by death row. Tomorrow, people are still going to die. Next tomorrow, people are still going to die. The question is, who? Whose turn is it? Or who is going to die next tomorrow? Who is going to die tomorrow? The people who are going to die tomorrow, they don't know that they are going to die. This is a serious issue. And I think it's time for people to wake up to the occasion of demanding their own place, their own territory, their own region, their own country, to be able to secure it. If you don't have security, any other thing you are doing is useless. Security of lives and property are the primary responsibility of every government. And I think until we get that, we all are living in illusion.
Nigeria may go down as we're going down. I pray to God it doesn't. Or it might recover and find its course and its mission. But it will not be done by us. The way we are going, if we're not careful, we will write a constitution, but it will be written by sweat, tears, and blood of young people who we kept out and we're keeping out, and we're designing systems and processes that fit us and do not address the needs of the young Nigerians. It's wrong. People who benefit from Nigeria of today are sitting there benefiting, and they will not change Nigeria. They will not change the system. You want to go to the people that this constitution has produced, who are benefiting from it, 80% of our resources are in their hands and their pockets, and say, please stop what you're doing and do this, take power from you? It's wrong. They will never do that. We need to have a sense of urgency about this too. We're going about it as if it is just another thing that we can take the next 5, 10, 15 years. Nigeria doesn't have 20 years to continue to survive. Believe me, honestly, it doesn't. Anybody who tells you Nigeria can survive for another 20 years with the level of alienation and anger and violence and poverty is wasting their time. They don't know this country. So what do we need to do? Yes, sir. We need to speak more with each other, but we need to speak more with the younger people, with women, with groups that are not part of what is going on. We need to organize change beyond the hotels. We need to ask why the northern groups are not here and reach out to them and say, you are suffering as much as we're doing. We need to tap the young people in this country, recognize them, use their energy, use their strength, and rebuild Nigeria with them. Thank you.